Brendan Rodgers. Few coaches in modern football have made headlines quite like Brendan Rodgers. His sharp rise from an early end to his playing days to championing major European clubs has stunned both fans and critics. By 2025, Rodgers commands an estimated net worth of around $16 million, driven by top-tier salaries and ongoing success with Celtic and other giant teams. Rodgers' story isn't only about numbers or trophies. It's about a man who keeps his personal life under tight wraps even as the world watches his every move. Read on for a closer look at how Rodgers' relentless drive has built him a fortune and captured the fascination of football fans everywhere. Brendan Rodgers' remarkable career journey. Brendan Rodgers has lived and breathed football from a young age, navigating setbacks that might have ended most careers. Instead of fading into the background, he transformed every challenge into a step forward, moving from locker rooms in Northern Ireland to the top of Europe's coaching elite. Let's break down his path, club by club, and see how his ambitions reshaped his story. Early beginnings and managerial breakthroughs. Rodgers' journey launched in Carnlough, Northern Ireland. A genetic knee problem cut short his playing days at just 20 with Ballymena United. That early blow could have ended his relationship with football, but Rodgers saw it as a cue to start coaching. He built his knowledge as a youth coach at Reading and took inspiration from studying coaching legends in Spain and Holland. His big break came when José Mourinho recruited him to Chelsea, first as academy director, then as reserve team manager. This period gave him a front-row seat to elite player development and tactical planning. Defining moments at Liverpool and Celtic. Taking over Liverpool in 2012, Rodgers jumped into the spotlight. He pushed the club back into title talks, embracing high-tempo, attack-minded football. The 2013-14 season still lives in fans' memories. Liverpool finished second in the Premier League, scoring 101 goals, a club record for the Premier League era. Key highlights with Liverpool. Premier League runners-up finish in 2014. Developed stars like Raheem Sterling and revitalized Luis Suarez. Named several times as Premier League Manager of the Month. He found instant success at Celtic, winning everything in sight. Under his watch, they achieved 3 straight Scottish Premiership titles. A famous undefeated league season in 2016-17. Multiple domestic cups. A British record 69 domestic matches unbeaten. European ambitions and success at Leicester City. Rodgers brought several key ingredients to the Foxes. Emphasized aggressive pressing and swift counter-attacks. Mixed possession-based play with quick transitions. Gave young players like James Maddison and Wesley Fofana major roles. Under Rodgers, Leicester regularly finished in the top half of the Premier League. The team consistently qualified for European football. He built a squad known for resilience, adaptation, and attacking risk-taking. The secrets behind Rodgers' insane net worth. There's a reason Brendan Rodgers' net worth keeps climbing year after year. He's never just relied on his day job. Instead, Rodgers has built a multi-million-dollar fortune by maximizing his income as a football manager and quietly making smart moves off the pitch. Let's break down the specific ways he's turned success on the sidelines into a financial powerhouse. Managerial salaries and record contracts. Rodgers stands out in football for his contract negotiations and consistent salary boosts. When he first joined Liverpool in 2012, he signed a lucrative multi-year deal, making him one of the best-paid managers in the Premier League at the time. Performance bonuses, particularly for Champions League qualification and cup runs, added extra zeros to his paychecks. His first spell at Celtic saw another jump in base salary and incentives. According to recent figures, his latest return to Celtic brings in nearly £2.5 million per year. Major performance bonuses remain tied to trophies in European competition. At Leicester City, his negotiations paid off again. He signed one of the club's highest managerial contracts ever, including substantial win bonuses and long-term security. Key salary milestones in his career. Liverpool, multi-million annual base, with annual increases and major bonus clauses. Celtic, jump in salary and big incentives for winning titles. Leicester City, broke club salary records for a manager, with rolling extensions. Celtic, £2.5 million yearly, plus bonuses for league titles and cup victories. Media presence and endorsement deals. Rodgers isn't flashy in the media, but his reserved presence brings him value. While he doesn't chase the limelight, brands value his professionalism, credibility, and status as a serial winner. This has led to a string of endorsement deals and off-field income sources. Top sources of off-field revenue. Media features, pundit work, exclusive interviews, and book deals. Brand partnerships, collaborations with sportswear companies, football accessory brands, and local sponsors in Scotland and England. Guest speaking, paid appearances at sports conferences, motivational seminars, and leadership events. Smart investments and business moves. Rodgers' financial savvy extends well beyond the touchline. Instead of splurging, he channels earnings into profitable ventures and long-term assets. His investment portfolio reportedly includes real estate in the UK, commercial property, and a mix of stocks and funds. He takes advice from trusted financial planners, ensuring stability and growth beyond football. Notable business moves include real estate acquisitions, rental properties and investment homes in Greater Manchester and Northern Ireland. Hotel and hospitality stakes, silent partner in hospitality projects frequented by footballers and families. Long-term planning, routine contributions to diversified investment funds and business trusts. A glimpse into Brendan Rodgers' private lifestyle. Brendan Rodgers' life away from the dugout fascinates many fans almost as much as his on-field tactics. Known for his fiercely guarded privacy, Rodgers draws a clear line between his public persona and his world behind closed doors. This combination of leadership in football and control over his personal life has become a rare trait, and a major reason admirers respect him even more. Balancing stardom and privacy. Rodgers leads one of the most high-profile lives in British football, yet he rarely lets the spotlight creep into his living room. He is often seen handling media demands with skill, setting boundaries that shield his family and private affairs from public view. Even as his teams collect silverware, he prefers a low-key approach outside work. What sets Rodgers apart is his commitment to separating the intensity of his managerial role from his home life. He's spoken about the toll that stress, public scrutiny, and relentless attention can take, not just on himself, but on everyone close to him. Setting strict ground rules, Rodgers limits what he shares about his family or personal routines. Interviews about his upbringing, past struggles, and coaching philosophy occasionally offer glimpses, but they never spill over into tabloid drama. Home life, hobbies, and relationships. When Brendan Rodgers leaves the stadium or training ground, he switches gears. Home life means family comes first, an attitude shaped by both early loss and deep loyalty. Growing up in Carnlough, Northern Ireland, Rodgers learned discipline and independence from his parents, Malachy and Christina. Both passed away too soon, and their memory pushes him to prioritize what really matters, time with loved ones. Rodgers has 2 children from his first marriage, including Anton, a professional footballer himself. After his divorce from Susan Rodgers, he married Charlotte Searle in a private ceremony. He keeps their relationship strong but private, avoiding the red carpet glare or reality TV distractions that snare other sports figures' families. His daily life follows a clear routine. Rodgers stays disciplined about fitness and healthy habits, crediting exercise and self-care for helping him handle stress after tough times at Liverpool and Leicester. He is known to value quiet downtime, sharing meals, enjoying music, or simply walking to clear his head. Travel and cultural interests still play a role. His coaching roots in Spain and studies in Holland continue to shape his outlook, and he often brings touches from those worlds into both coaching and home life. Rodgers steers away from wild nightlife or extravagant displays, preferring private moments with family and trusted friends. The influence of Rodgers on modern football management. Brendan Rodgers isn't just another manager who climbs the ladder and racks up trophies. Over the past decade, he has helped shift how top clubs approach the strategy, culture, and day-to-day running of professional football teams. Rodgers brought new ideas, a hunger for detail, and a visible focus on both his teams and his public presence. From re-energizing struggling squads to setting new standards for player care and tactical flexibility, Rodgers marks stretches wherever success follows his name. Tactical legacy and innovations. Possession-based football, from Swansea to Celtic and Leicester, Rodgers made short, controlled passing the heartbeat of his game. Teams build patiently from the back, moving the ball with intent and precision. This structure makes space for attackers to move freely and combine for quick, sharp chances. Tactical flexibility. Rodgers is never tied to one system. His teams have lined up in 4-3-3, 3-4-2-1, or even diamond formations, sometimes switching mid-match as the opposition changes shape. This keeps players sharp and opponents guessing. It's not rare to see a Rodgers squad switch from heavy possession to direct, swift counters in a single half. High-intensity pressing. Under his guidance, teams press high to win the ball back fast. This demanding style requires fit, disciplined players who understand their roles. The high press disrupts the opponent's build-up, leading to more chances and fewer risks at the back. Team cohesion. Rodgers believes in trust and open communication. He encourages players to express themselves, take responsibility, and work for each other. At Leicester, he molded a young, hungry group into FA Cup winners. At Celtic, he sustained unbeaten runs through culture as much as tactics. The making of a modern football brand. Authentic leadership, Rodgers blends honesty and high standards. He's open about his expectations, holds players accountable, and shares credit in public. This builds loyalty in the dressing room and respect with fans and media. Distinct identity, wherever he goes, Rodgers imprints a clear brand of football. Fans know what a Rodgers team looks like: exciting, organized, and relentless. His sides don't just win, they entertain. This identity attracts new supporters and amplifies club profiles abroad. Global appeal, success at big clubs fueled his reach. Treble-winning runs at Celtic, title races with Liverpool, and European football with Leicester turned Rodgers into a household name on multiple continents. His calm presence in interviews and documentarian interest add to his mystique. Mentoring the next generation, Rodgers' clear philosophy and attention to craft motivate young managers everywhere. Many cite him as an inspiration when building their coaching methods and team cultures. He has shown what it means to adapt, stay humble, and put learning at the center of club life. Brendan Rodgers stands apart thanks to his mix of tactical skill and sharp financial sense. His rise to the top of elite football has come with life-changing earnings and the respect of both players and fans. Yet, what makes Rodgers truly impressive is his commitment to stay grounded, protect his private life, and keep pushing for new heights. His story gives anyone chasing big dreams a real example of how drive, discipline, and smart choices can lead to both professional glory and long-term wealth. Rodgers has set a clear standard for managers and leaders everywhere, proof that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your values or peace of mind.